What's up YouTube, this is Andy, Digitech Dad, live from Melbourne. This is merge on my camera. That's better. As you know, I am a proud owner of the Note 9. I've been using this phone for the last 2 weeks, and I cannot say how much I love it. And I thought, you know, Note 9 and Note 8 is going to be pretty much about the same, but man, the battery life on this phone is amazing. The screen is amazing. The amount of storage space that I have is amazing. I can put everything, and I still haven't actually passed the 100 gigabyte storage space on the phone. Anyway, I've been using the Samsung standing protective case. If you haven't checked that video, just click on the video somewhere in my channel. But the purpose of this particular video is basically to review the two UAG cases. One is the Monarch. I'm a fan of this, and the other one is it's called Plio. And the reason I got this is because it has a clear screen at the back, and the reason for that is I'm waiting for a kind of a skins from Slick Wrap for my Note 9. Probably is going to arrive in about 10 days time. Once that is been applied, it's going to be amazing when I put this thing on. But anyway, the purpose of this video is to review this two UAG. You know, I'm a huge fan of UAG compared to any other cases for the Note line. So let's check out these two cases in this video. So we have the two UAG cases on the desk at the moment. What we'll do is we'll do the unboxing of the UAG Monarch, because this is one that I'm familiar with from my previous experience, and then we'll do the unboxing for the Plio. Just a brief kind of introduction for people who's never been using UAG. UAG cases are one of the best cases that I personally feel is good for the Note line. And the kind of features of this case is that it is kind of practically an armor frame. It has a leather kind of a texture at the back, which is this black part at the back case, and then you have a polycarbonate shear plate that is practically the other part of the back of the case. And then it has an alloy metal hardware. These are just the gimmicky kind of a screw that is attached on each corners of the case. And finally, it has an impact resistant rubber, which is the inner part of the case. The unboxing of the case is quite straightforward. Just open that and then just remove that case from the container. That's pretty much it. For those of you that have watched my videos previously, I've been a fan of the UAG case. The only complaint that I have with all UAG cases is the side. It's a bit kind of soft, so you can actually move the side easily. So that's the only thing that actually may kind of affect your decision to buy this case. But apart from that, it has a good build quality. All the openings are in the right position, and then the button is obviously made of rubber. I can't actually test it until I insert the phone in the case itself. But the inner part, it's very soft. It's very unlikely for you to scratch your Note 9. So as usual, UAG maintains that features in all their lines. We'll do is we'll just give it a quick clean. Quick clean front and the back, and then we'll just slide it in. There you go. The feeling is as I expected for the UAG Monarch. As I said, the case itself is a bit lighter compared to the Samsung protective case. However, it provides the same kind of protection. Edges on the top and the bottom part. All the openings are appropriate for its position. I can easily remove the S Pen opening for the speaker, the USB-C and the headphone jack, and on the top it's for the microphone. Testing it, all the edges are sensitive, no problem whatsoever. So there you go. This is the UAG Monarch. I purposely bought the black one, although my Note 9 is the ocean blue version. Yeah, I like it. It's comfortable holding it in my hand, and accessing the fingerprint scanner is not a bother. Easily accessible. So that's the UAG Monarch for the Note 9. And now we'll unbox the Plio. This is something that I've never bought before from UAG. It's again, it has, I'll just zoom this thing in for you. It has an armor frame just like the UAG Monarch, and it has an air soft corner which should kind of absorb any shock in case you drop your phone on the floor, on the ground. Again, it has been drop tested. Again, it doesn't actually clarify what distance or what height it has been tested, but I'm sure you can find this thing out quite easily on the net. So we'll just zoom back out, and then we'll just unbox it. Nothing fancy about the unboxing. Remove that. So there you go. It has this kind of a clear appearance because you can easily see my hand, and similarly if you apply it, then people should appreciate the Note 9. So looking at the case itself, again, similar opening on the bottom, on the side, very sturdy. I have to say the sides are a bit more sturdy compared to the UAG Monarch. You can actually see, you can actually see it's easy for me to push the side of the UAG Monarch to the side, whereas for this one it's a bit more difficult to actually do that. Yeah, it's much more sturdier, so I anticipate that this case would be more protective on the side just because it's very sturdy. Again, on the top and bottom it has the kind of a extra edge to protect the screen from being scratched. So we'll just apply the Note 9 again from the top, and then the bottom two corners, and there you go. I don't know whether you can actually appreciate the color, but you can roughly see the kind of a slight tinge of a blue. But once I have my skin that I mentioned earlier from Slick Lab, it's gonna look very sick, so I'll probably do another review once I have that. So overall, the buttons are responsive, getting access to fingerprint no problem, volume up, volume down, very responsive as well, and the Bixby button is also responsive. So yeah, I have to say it's not the usual case that I get from UAG, but I'm probably gonna have to wait for a couple of weeks until I get the feeling on this case itself. Now you're probably gonna ask, you know, having this kind of a clear appearance at the back, how is it like in terms of collecting fingerprints? So technically I'm putting my fingerprints on the back of this case, but to be honest, I don't know what they did. I can't actually see the fingerprints at all. Yeah, that's very impressive. So let's clean it back again. Usually, you know, with clear case, I really get annoyed because they collect fingerprint easily. But this one, I'm just going to try it again. Not so much. I'm looking clearly from the side. You probably can't appreciate much looking from the camera lens, but yeah, there's probably a little bit of fingerprint, but I'm probably gonna have to use this for a couple of days and then let you know how I feel about the back of the case collecting fingerprints and dust, and then I'll be able to give you my kind of overall opinion on the case itself. So this is just a quick review looking at the two cases from UAG for the Note 9, and I'm very familiar with the UAG Monarch, so I'm probably going to use this a lot. But what I'll do is over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to try to switch 1 week using Monarch and the other week using Plio, and then comparing it all together with Samsung standing protective cover. Obviously, the advantage that Samsung cover has between these two is that obviously this has a standing part of it, so that means I can actually watch movies. I'm sure you've seen that already in my previous video. If you haven't, so please check that video down below. So there you go, that's all for now. I'm just not gonna talk more. This is the review of the UAG cases for Note 9. If you enjoyed this video, please consider to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you back in the next video. Until then, peace.